right, so what we want to do to solve exponential equations is to create the same base. So we have a 2, we have an 8, and so we need to create the same base. Well, 2 is already pretty low, so I'm going to leave that base alone. But I want to try to write 8 with 2 as a base. So what exponent would I need to get just to make it an 8? Well, that would be to the third power. So the 8 part is 2 to the third power. Now the 3 right here, this exponent, is still part of the problem, so I'm going to put that exponent 3. So I've just rewrote 8 with the same base. And once I do that, then I can put these two together or make them equal. So I can make x equals, and then if I multiply 3 times 3, I get 9. And so I've solved the answer by just creating the same base. So let's do the same thing over here to this next problem. I have 9 and I have a 3. Well, 3 is already pretty small, so I'm going to leave that. And then I need to create the base. Well, 9 is really 3 squared. So there's my 9, that's that. But I still have my 2x minus 1, so I have my 2x minus 1. Well, if I take away the base and just do the problem, 2 parentheses 2x minus 1 equals 6x, I can now solve this problem to find out for x. So I'll distribute 4x and minus 2 equals 6x. If I minus the 4x to both sides, I get 2x equals negative 2, and divide by 2, I get x equals a negative 1. So I've solved the exponential equation by getting the same base. Now, it's pretty simple until you have numbers where 9 doesn't go into 27, so we have to change both of them. And so the easiest one to change into would be probably 3. So if I change the 9 into 3 squared, there's my 9. Then I still have the 3c plus 1 out there. And if I change 27 to 3 cubed, I still have my 3c minus 1. And so what happens with this problem is that I have the same base, so I can then take my 2 times 3c plus 1 and my 3 times 3c minus 1, and I can solve this equation. So I'll go through the steps. That's 6c, that's plus 2 equals 9c minus 3, and I'm going to go ahead and minus the 9c over, minus the 2 over, and I'm going to get a negative 3c equals a negative 5, and c then equals 5 over 3. So I've solved for my letter by making my equation. Let's see if I did my math right. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times minus 3. Minus that, it gives me a negative 3c minus the 2, and so that's my answer.